What is up, ninjas? My name is Semworld, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys a super dope technique that's going to help a lot of you guys out in coming up with dope ideas for a selected style track or a chord-based track. A lot of tracks you start out by doing a chord progression. The problem is a lot of us suck at playing the keyboard like that, and we can't freestyle. So this technique is going to help a lot of you guys out, and we're going to mod it as well to make it more selected style, as you're going to see. All right, now tomorrow, guys, there is no feedback stream as I'm going hiking early in the morning, just giving you guys a heads up. However, on Friday I will do a feedback stream for you guys to make up for that. All right, now the first thing we need, guys, are going to be two MIDI effects that you can find inside of Ableton's MIDI effects: the chord, which we're going to drag in and drop neutral, we're going to mess with that, and then the scale feature. Now in the scale, there's a preset called C minor, which we're going to use, and we're going to drop that here. Okay, now I'm going to turn these off because I want to explain what it's going to do. Now, as you guys know, a chord is made up of three notes. You're going to have the triads, okay? In the minor scale, if we're in D, let's say, if we go up 3 semitones, and that's just one note up, 1, 2, 3, and then we go up 7 from D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can count. We get that chord. Now, this is a standard chord that you would hear a lot, and some people like to do this. Sounds a lot cleaner, right? But in selected style music, what they do is they like to have this warm feeling to their sound. They don't put this down because you get more of a bass, and they don't put this one up because it just sounds, yeah, and you still have that muddy there. So what they do is they open voice this middle note, the second note, up. So we go plus 15 semitones up. And that sounds pleasing as hell, as you can see. In standard music, where you just want a standard chord progression, it's just plus 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this up so that when I play a D or when I play any note, it plays a beautiful chord for me that's in key. And this way I can like just play, mess around, freestyle, and come up with like some dope chord progressions. Now, this is very limiting because obviously, as you guys know, if we go with this and we just play notes, we're going to be stuck on this pattern all the time. And then when we switch and stuff, it's going to be the same. So we're not going to be able to switch the top melody until we MIDI it out. So we're going to have to get our chord progression, find those bottom notes, and then we can just do that and find the chord out, and then we can do our changes there. So this helps a lot to come up with that idea. So what we need to do is in the chord feature, as you know, we go plus 3 semitones up for the basic one and plus 7. So that gives me the minor chord, which is going to be of D minor, right? The problem here is that when I move around, you know, I'm playing notes that aren't part of the scale. So what I need to do is, that's where the scale comes in handy. Now, with the C minor preset, it does give us a little bit of, you know, being in key. The problem with it is that sometimes it'll fuck up because it's not meant to be used like this. Ableton didn't make this preset to be made that. So how do you fix that? Well, what we're going to do is pretty simple, guys. We're going to get rid of this plus 7 here for now, and we're just going to have that plus 3. So in order to set this properly, what we're going to be doing is pretty simple. We're going to hit one note as we go up the C minor scale and make sure that the right chord sounds as we're doing it. So if I hit a C, I need to see that D sharp hit as well. And that's happening there. Let's move forward. D, and then that F, that's good. D sharp, and then we need to see a G. And you can see there we have a problem. So if we go to the scale here, you can see these two notes light up. So that means I need to switch this guy up to here. And that's because this is hitting that F. Here it's going to hit that G. Okay, so let's go up to an F. Sounds right. A G. Sounds good. And you see that G and the A sharp. Now let's go up to that G sharp. Oh, we have another problem there. So this guy needs to be actually hitting that C up here. So this is going to be the C. Okay, now let's go to that A sharp. Up here, you can see this one here. So this guy's lighting up to signify we're hitting the A sharp. And then this guy needs to be hitting over here on the D. And now let's hit that C one last time. And we're back to where we started. Now, if I play this all the way through, we got all the chords. Now, the beauty here is once we have this set up, guys, and again, if you didn't understand it, just follow and make sure it's set up that way. Now, what we can do is, let's say we want to do the standard chords, which, you know, everyone would do for a piano where it's just the normal triads. We can set this up to plus 3, plus 7, and just go play one note. You want to stay in the scale of C minor, of course, hit all the notes that are part of the C minor, but now you only need to hit one note. So I'm only hitting one note right now. Now, in order to set this up selected style, we're going to go down an octave. And then we're going to set this up plus 15, that middle one, because that's the third note, the triad there. So now we have what we did in the beginning. Look how beautiful that sounds. So now I can be Beethoven, and don't tell anybody about this trick because you know my wife's going to be so impressed. Like, oh, babe, you're playing the piano finally. I'm like, yes, girl. You know what I'm saying there. So let's do this. That's one. And dude, I'm killing it. What's up? Here we go. Let's say I want to go super complex. You know, and then of course I know the selected rhythm. So again, this technique works a lot. You can come up with some dope stuff, some cool chord, the basis of it, okay? And you can set it up in different ways. Like this can be +3 and then +7. You can set it up so we have that +15, that +7, and then we can make this one up in octave at +12, so we get something a little bit more. Now, of course, you know, if you hit the wrong note or if you hit the wrong chord at the wrong time, as any normal chord progression, some will sound bad. Even if you're in key, it's going to sound bad. So you have to still maintain that, okay, you know, if I'm hitting that D, I can hit that D sharp. This is stable. This is lead voicing and whatnot. But this makes it a lot easier to just not care and just jam out and come up with something that you really like. So I hope you guys enjoyed that trick. Again, if you set it up this way, just save them so you don't have to do this all over again. And have fun with it, guys. Mess around with the shifts. As long as you're doing it properly, you know your theory, you should be good to go on this. But however, if you don't know their theory and you just want to use a very standard way for selected, use 0, 15, 7. And if you want to just go the normal route of the normal triad, then you can do 0, +3, and +7. All right, you guys have a good night, guys. Wish me luck tomorrow. Hopefully I don't die, and if I do, hopefully this tip was worth it, if anything. You guys take care. Good night, and peace out, ninjas.